Need something to lean again.
I think I broke something. Oh god. I don't have a recording button, doesn't it? Okay, it's on.
Yeah, we're on. Let's do this.
Welcome to Flow Lounge, early November. And we have Damien Breach live from Canberra. Hi Damien.
Hey.
Damien's off for a big ride tomorrow. Where are you up to?
I'm off to try and ride around Canberra on the Centenary Trail, all 140 kilometres. I've never actually ridden that far in my life ever on any sort of bike, so it should be interesting. What's the trick? Two pairs of chamois? Or?
Yeah, two pairs of nicks.
Chamois cream.
2 pairs of nicks and some chamois cream.
Oh.
Now the Centenary Trail, I mean, it's a multi-use trail, huh?
Yeah, it's just opened a couple of weeks ago. It's a multi-use trail around Canberra. It uses some existing trail, plus there's some new single track that's been built, and it's a mix of single track, fire road, and other sorts of trails.
Speaking of riding a very long way, I was at the Highland Fling on the weekend, and for the first time in 9 years, they had a bit of rain about, which made for a pretty wet old experience for a lot of the riders. Brendan Tricky Johnson ended up taking it in the men's elite, and then Peter Mullins was very dominant in the women's, winning by 20 minutes over Joe Bennett from WA.
Mark Topolsky, apparently.
Interesting. Now, Mark Topolsky is a rider to watch. He's been coming up through the ranks for a long time. He's incredibly strong. We were chatting with Mark Fenner, who's Mark Topolsky's coach, a couple of days ago, and he said that Mark Topolsky is the single strongest rider in terms of numbers, in terms of power output and stuff that he's ever seen. Stronger than even Jack Haig, stronger than Mick Ross, stronger than Damien Breach. And
his nickname is Tupac.
Tupac, exactly.
So he's like this legend that's been reborn.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're off down to Thredbo pretty soon, huh, Damien?
Yeah, it's the Cannonball Festival.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. Bit of old school.
Thredbo has so much history with mountain biking in Australia. It's just so cool to be able to go back to what sounds like a pretty cool festival.
Sure does. I mean, 4 events over 3 days, and some legitimately big prize money. So what do they got? They got a downhill, they got the flow track,
Yep.
they've got the pump track, and then they've got dirt jumping sort of stuff. A big air contest.
Yeah.
How awesome.
We'll be there.
Can't wait.
Stay tuned. Another 27.5-inch wheel bike we have is the latest Trek Remedy. That's orange. Really
Freaking
orange.
Yeah. It's like if you could take an orange, like a Valencia orange, stick it inside a pumpkin,
Yeah.
and put it in a sunset.
It's pretty orange. Big fans of the Remedy, and slightly bigger wheel probably will add a bit of stability and
Yeah. Oh, you've
chuck it
ridden
into a corner.
You've ridden heaps of remedies.
I love the Remedy. Yeah, it's very supple.
Speaking of power, which we were not really. Jared Graves, we're going to be interviewing him on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Damien, what would you like to see us talk to Jared Graves about? What would you ask that man mountain machine?
Oh, that's a tough one. I just think it's more about he seems to be able to pick up any sport or at least any part of cycling, and once he commits himself to it, he just kills it. So, what couldn't he do?
Yeah, that's a good
Like,
question.
if you said, what couldn't you do in cycling? Could he pick up trials? If he said, I'm going to be world champion trials rider, could Jared Graves actually become world champ trials rider?
Probably bloody would. Damien's actually working from his home office today, so Damien doesn't have pants on. Do you?
No, it's like people who read the news of an evening, they're actually naked from where you can see down.
My cousin does that.
What, reads the news?
Yeah, she's a Channel 10 reporter, and I hope she's not nude.
There is a competition running at the moment. It's called Gotta Go. What is it?
Competition to win a $5,000 week-long package of riding, accommodation, event entry, and all kinds of wicked activities over in Rotorua.
Airfares?
Airfares from Sydney, all that stuff is in. $5,000 prize! That's incredible. $5,000.
That's good.
That's a lot of money in prize. So that's going to be up on the site in a couple of days' time. Get entering. Speaking of getting entering, we've also continuing our Trek Project 1 giveaway, which some of you might remember from the print mag. That is now up and running on the site as well. All we need is your email address and you are in the running.
$10,000 bike.
Isn't that crazy? In the next little while, we're going to have $15,000 worth of prizes. Damien, can you put a 1 in front of that 5, please? Just so people see. Yep.
The Trek.
$15,000 worth of prizes on flowmountainbike.com. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for joining us, Damien.
Now go put on
Thank
some
you very much.
go put on some pants, you pervert.